Hi, future me. Do you have a notebook? Go get one. Welcome to the labs. This is for future me, but you can stay. Maybe this will be useful to more than just me. I don't know. So future me, this video right here, hi, this is required viewing before you start your next draft. So, arguments. First off, how about we let those simmer longer than a singular scene, all right? Because that's not how arguments work, and I think we both know that. But also, we both know, because of therapy, that you feel very uncomfortable with arguments lasting more than like 5 minutes, because your ideology that if people argue with you too much, they'll give up on you and just leave, because that's been your lived experience for most of your life. And I just want to say, that's not normal or healthy, and that most people can and do have arguments that can last days to weeks, and they just get over it. Or they don't, and they do move on. But what I'm saying is, normally, a normal argument could be really short, like a scene, maybe, but also some arguments, especially about really important life things, those arguments can be repetitive, and they can keep happening and keep coming up, and they can be simmering under the surface well beyond a scene, because two characters just do not in any way, shape, or form see eye to eye, and they're not going to see eye to eye anytime soon. Or possibly ever. This isn't for drama's sake, it's just to be realistic to the characters and who they are, because right now what I'm seeing is that every argument, you handle it the way you handle arguments in real life, which is finding a compromise as quickly as possible, because you do not let people simmer, you do not let people have arguments with you for more than like a couple minutes, because then they dislike you, and if they dislike you, they'll leave, and you have a major, major, major fear of being abandoned. We understand this. This is something we're working on. But how about you not do that to your characters too? Your characters are not going to handle arguments the exact same way you handle an argument. They need to handle the argument the way they would handle the argument. So please, for your next draft, I'm gonna need you to do that, please, because right now I have had to expand so many argument scenes. I'm so, like, I would like to expand other things other than just argument scenes, but so far a lot of it's been like disagreements and me handling that better. Next point, revelations. This is kind of along the similar lines in a way, like your characters need to handle things the way they would handle things, and not how you see them outside looking at the larger picture. So for example, if a character is chasing another character, or another character is chasing them, or they're running away from something really dangerous, they're in adrenaline mode, right? And we know this. So the character's in adrenaline, and that means that all of their thoughts are going to be what the adrenaline is fixated on. So either chasing something or being chased, right? It's danger. Danger is screaming in the brain. So the character is not going to have any kind of revelations or crises outside of that scope. So if 1,000 thoughts are going through their head while they're running, the kinds of thoughts that are running through their head are not things like, why did this character do this, or why is this happening? It's more along the lines of, how long is this corridor going to last? Am I fast enough? Am I too slow? Like, it's more along the lines of what the action is. So this is one of my things. I'm trying to work on action sequences. We know this. This is one of those things you can look out for in your first draft. If a character is in an action, and you're doing an action sequence, everything needs to bottleneck for that action. Do not distract your readers or yourself with thoughts outside of that action. That being said, emotions in general, your characters, again, this is just a manifestation of the fact that you suppress everything because you're afraid to feel intense emotions, because if you feel it, then you might express it. If you express it, you're rude and uncaring and a horrible person. You need to get over that. Your characters need to be able to feel extreme sadness and extreme anger, and for those things not to have to be justifiable by this huge action. Because right now, the draft reads like the only times your characters are allowed to feel anger and allowed to feel extreme sadness is if something really big happened, like a character died or got shot. You know, it's okay for your characters to just be angry. It's okay for your characters to feel sadness because they just woke up feeling that way, and for them to express that throughout their day. Like, your characters can hold emotion, and they can take up emotional space. I know you're not ready to hear yet that you can take emotional space, I'm hoping by the end of the year in therapy, that's something that you're able to accept. But your characters, they should at least be allowed the courtesy of being able to feel emotion. So yeah, that was it. That so far, I mean, I'm still at the beginning part of the book. I might have more letters to you, but this is the first one, and I think this is a really big important one because I know this is a problem throughout the entire book. And I'm just saying that as someone who's rewriting some of these scenes right now, it's very emotionally draining, actually. This is way more emotionally taxing than I thought it was going to be, and a large part of that is because I didn't allow myself to explore those emotions through the characters in the first draft. So now, guess what I have to do now? Now I have to revisit all those emotions, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So if you could do me a favor, future me, and just soak in the uncomfortable feelings. Allow yourself to feel something, please, and just soak in it for a bit, because your characters would. And not everything is going to feel like, I know you just want to brush past that emotion, yes, I acknowledge the emotion, let's just move on. No. Allow your characters to soak in it. Stay in therapy. Let your characters feel, maybe. It's a good idea. I don't know if this was useful to anyone but me. That's totally fine. That's fine. But that's just stuff I would like my next drafting self to do, because, oh my god. I hope your time with us has been productive. Mine could be more productive. I feel like it's taking me so long to get through these argument rewrite scenes. Oh my gosh.